Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of Golden Sun: The Lost Age. And last time I was not expecting or ready for this game to start, even though I did have some predictions about the end of the first game. But then after the final boss fight, which was against Saturos and Menardi, I kinda saw that more was happening, so you know what? The game continues and until then it doesn't. And the first game ends when our party members and Isaac got into the ship, right? Because they were looking for like I think it was like a jewel of some sorts, right? That powered up the sunken ancient ship that could take them to Lemuria. And we were able to set sail into the ocean, but then we don't know if you are going to find that spot that easily. I kind of think we won't. Probably Isaac and his friends will have some, ocean battles or maybe some detours in the way or some other problems. But interesting that after they set sail, then the game was over. And we were able to transfer our data, or at least what was transferable, to this sequel. Then I'm still hoping that eventually it will open up for more side questing and exploration because I did leave many unanswered things in the first game. So that's one of my hopes for this sequel. And we have started just the beginning of it to see what it was about. And basically, it changes the perspective of everything. Because now our main party is not made of Isaac and his friends. I mean, you could still say that some of his friends are there, but not really my favorite friend, right, Jenna? Yeah, Jenna is back, finally, I guess. But for those that like her, because it's not my situation here, it's not my case, I hate her. But yeah, she's back and in the party, and maybe even being a protagonist. But at the same time, her brother, Felix, is also there. And last time I had a small or little suspicion that maybe he's suffering from amnesia. And why was that? Because in the same fight against Menardi and Satros in the Venus Lighthouse, that was activated by the way, uh, there was Felix and Shiba, right? And when the activation happened, there was an earthquake, which was very fitting for the Earth Lighthouse. And that earthquake pretty much, I don't know, caused a lot of trouble and destruction around the lighthouse. Also, some tidal waves too, right? As the lighthouse was very close to the ocean. And in that confusion, Shiba almost fell from the tower, from the lighthouse. And then Felix tried to save her, but actually he couldn't. Shiba ended up falling, right? After some seconds, or after they had a quick talk. And Felix decided to protect Shiba, and he jumped from the top of the lighthouse to see if he could do something once they both got into the ocean. And then, yeah, we didn't know by that time what happened to them. And then when this game started, they were found in the same island where the others were, like Jenna and Professor Craden, and also I'm forgetting Alex, right? Alex was there too, probably guarding them or pretty much taking an eye on them, right? So they wouldn't escape from their evil plans. It was also revealed that they needed Shiba for the Jupiter Lighthouse because nobody in the evil side of the characters of this game was a wind or electric adept. And you do need someone from that element to be activating the lighthouse or to even allow access to the lighthouse. So as they knew that Shiba was wind electric user, they kidnapped her thanks to that. Not only that, they also needed some sort of key for them to enter the Jupiter Lighthouse when we found it, right? And it's gonna be the Shaman's Rod. That rod we got in the very beginning of the first game. That was Hammet's rod. And I still don't know where is Hammett, right? I mean, I know where he is. He's probably in the Lumpas fortress, but I still couldn't really go there to rescue him. And speaking of which, that was one of the reasons why I'm hoping and believing and expecting that this sequel will allow me to go back into previous things, because I still couldn't really rescue Hammett, even though some hints and leads and not much, but like a little bit of information was given to me thanks to the game, especially thanks to that chef that was once brought to the Lumpa's fortress thanks to a passage, a hidden passage. And then his memories was my only idea of like where to go, how to find it, but I still couldn't. But yeah, and then and as why they needed the shaman's rod, that made me kind of think or get this thing confirmed that maybe I couldn't really solve that side quest by the time, because if I could have solved it, probably I could have given the shaman's rod back to Hammett, and then the plot wouldn't really continue the way it did, right? So that's why I'm also expecting this game to go back for like previous and unfinished things, thanks to that. But there is more too. I was thinking about the situations of this game offline, and to activate the lighthouses one by one, they need to use the stars, right? Those four stones or special gems that they got from the Soul Sanctum. And then the whole game started from that. And what happened in that beginning? The evil guys, they had three of them. They had the Venus star that was used last stream, I think, by Felix or Menardian Saturos. They had the Mercury star that they used in the first lighthouse. They also have the Jupiter star, because I remember, I think Felix or Alex, probably Felix, carrying that in his inventory in the beginning of this game, right? And then they are missing the Mars star. So I was here thinking, you know what? As they want to activate every lighthouse, but the Mars star is with Garrett at this moment, they will need to re-encounter them for sure. And then probably our old protagonist will need to return at some point and have this clash against my current protagonist, because they need the Mars star to activate the Mars lighthouse, right? So that's going to happen, because they cannot activate the lighthouse without the Mars star. So that's another prediction of mine for the future of this game. And then by that point, then I don't know if like I'll be controlling or like playing as my current party members or the first game's party members, right? And also, probably the data transfer we did that also gave my old party members their levels back, their genies back, and everything. Probably that will be, let's say, their state or the way they'll be set by the time this clash happens. So I gotta grind, because my current party members are surprisingly at level 5. Even Alex, right? Which also doesn't make any sense. Neither Felix's level, but Alex either. Or neither, right? So anyway, let's see what's going to happen on this game. If this game can bring me back to the previous spots, even though right now I'm on a complete different track, because I forgot to mention, after that tidal wave, Jenna and the others, and then they also ended up finding or re-encountering not Alex, Felix and Sheba, right? Because the ocean took them to this one island, and then they were there thanks to the tidal wave, like Professor Craden, Alex, and Jenna. Yeah, they were there because also I think the ship that they had was brought to that island too, right? And I think that island that's now kind of like a moving island, it's kind of getting them to another continent. And the next place I mean, I don't know the name of the next place they are going to, but the name of that island, I think it was Idejima or something. Yeah, right. And it got like cracked from the previous continent, and now it's pretty much moving loosely in the ocean. Yeah, everybody got gathered there. I don't know, thanks to destiny or just I don't know plot development. But yeah, they got there. I think thanks to the ship. The ship probably got uh, lost of it probably lose its control thanks to the strong waves as well, right? But anyway, let's see where they're going to, where they're stopping, right? And if they are going really to the Jupiter lighthouse. But then now I can already say I'm very curious to see what are they going to do in this game about the Mars lighthouse, because they do not have the Mars star. So let's go for it. An update. No idea what is that about, but hopefully it's nothing very important. Hi Subber, what's up, man? Did you catch anything that I was just saying about the summary of what was going on in the previous game and then the beginning of this game? Because I did say some interesting things. Did you? What is your opinion about the Mars Lighthouse then? Because I was really thinking about that. There will be for sure a reunion between our new protagonists or party members and our previous characters, right? I wonder what is this game going to do in order to like, um, I don't know, who am I going to play as? Yeah, and then the island we are in right now is Idejima that got detached from the original continent, which was Gondwan if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Mars Lighthouse will probably be the last one because it is the one that they don't have the Mars star, right? They only have the Jupiter star with them, and Felix is the one that has it. Also, Sith Lord, welcome. Did you have fun putting in the code? Not really. Not really at all. I actually committed some mistakes, right? So I had to correct and fix the mistakes. But thankfully, it was an option. So even though it was painful to do it, I'm glad it worked. And it was nothing like, you know, even more complicated that I would need, I don't know, the real physical console or something. Yeah, passwords like that sucks, but we did it, so it's okay. And I'm patient, so it was alright. Sounds about right. Yes, I was glad it was an option because I would feel very sad if I couldn't really bring my content from the first game to this one, right? This has happened before though. For example, I don't know if you have heard or if you have played the Oracle Zelda games. They were for Game Boy Color. Fantastic Zelda games, by the way. And they are connected too. You can kind of transfer. Then I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly if you need to use a password as well. But you can connect both games when you play one and then you are going to start the other one. And if you do so, you actually unlock a hidden dungeon or an extra dungeon in there, right? I'm kinda sad that I haven't made that connection. And the biggest reason why was because I played Arc of Seasons myself on my 3DS, like the physical console, and then Oracle... Sorry, my throat is getting bad. And then Oracle of Ages, I played it here on the stream on my computer. So by the time I was like, I cannot connect like the game I played on my 3DS with the game I'm playing on my computer, right? But maybe there was a way, and then I completely gave up about it, you know? Yeah, those two games were meant to be done together. I can say that Arc of Seasons, in my opinion, was one of the most beautiful looking or good looking games for the Game Boy Color, if not the best one in my opinion. And then Arc of Ages was more challenging than what I was expecting. They were well known for like, Arc of Seasons gives you more battles, while Arc of Ages gives you more puzzles. The part about the puzzles in Ages is very correct. That I can guarantee to you. It was very hard, but at the same time it had a couple dungeons that were somewhat remarkable to me, especially the one that was... I mean, I hope I'm not spoiling anything, so be careful in case you haven't played Arc of Ages, but there is a water puzzle in there that was very satisfying to play it. And it reminded me of some other things like The Goonies, you know, the movie The Goonies. And it had some very complex mechanics for a Game Boy game, in my opinion, especially towards changing the water level of the dungeon, just like, I don't know, the water temple in Ocarina of Time. So that dungeon was very surprising to me. But the final dungeon was like a nightmare, it was so damn hard. You remember the Oracle games? They have they had a password system, so you know what? I could have transferred my data from seasons to ages, but because I played one game in a different console than the other, I kinda, you know, didn't think about that. And you know what's the worst? I was not able to beat the extra boss of ages because he was super hard. And maybe if I have done the connection between the games and played the extra dungeon, I could have gotten an item that could have helped me in that battle, you know, and then maybe instead of having a Riot here on my channel for that game, I could have earned it. But that's past now, and at least I tried and did it my best, right? But it was very hard to play that extra boss in there, like a bonus boss, right? Oracle of Ages focuses heavily on the puzzles, yes, and I got stuck a lot, right? I got very stuck in this one part of the game. I think it was the 7th dungeon, the one that happens in the water. But it was kind of worth, because I liked that dungeon a lot once I finally got to it. I remember also struggling in the volcano area too, in that game. Or the mountain, but I think it was like a volcano. It was also like super tough. It really was a nightmare. I appreciate that you agree with me, that game was very hard. That is a shame, yeah, right? But it's okay, at least I was happy that even though I did not do the connection between the two games, I still managed to get a chance to fight this bonus boss, right? And by the time I felt it was impossible. But after that day, I did some researching, and it looks like it is doable. It's just super hard with the weapons I had by the time. And then you can kinda get a better weapon if you make the connection between the two games and clear an extra dungeon, right? Oh! The wave! What happened to the tidal wave? It brought everybody back here in this family reunion, basically. I thought we were done for, but we're all fine. I mean, I still think Felix is suffering from amnesia, but if you say or if you think we are fine, then sure. And we have run aground, yeah, but this is actually bringing us far from, you know, where we were. Not sure if we are getting to better lands or worse lands. The tidal wave turned out to be a stroke of luck. I wonder where we are. We are in Idejima, but getting to some other place. We should take a look around, yes. Just a little bit of amnesia, let's see. Oh, and then Shiba is with us, nice. Like I was saying in the summary at the start of the stream, they wanted to keep her kidnapped because she's a wind or electric adept, right? And they will need her to activate the Jupiter Lighthouse. Let me see, what can she do? She can do Whirlwind and Mind Read, okay? And both of them are at level 5, which makes no sense to me. Yeah, she was a wind adept, and they need her for the Jupiter Lighthouse. And then now my biggest mystery that I was talking to Subaru is what will happen on this game by the time they are heading to the Mars Lighthouse. Because I still remember that when the first stream happened, or like in the first part of the game, when they were pretty much having the problems inside the Sol Sanctum, the thieves, like Menardi, Satros, and everybody, they got 3 out of 4 of those elemental stars. The Mars star is with Garrett at the current moment. What's going to happen when we get there? I'm very curious, like how are those two games going to get, you know, crossed? because these guys in here cannot finish their mission without Garrett. And you know what? I'm now thinking that they are going to meet each other sooner than what I was first thinking. Because our previous party members, they are now sailing, right? They are now in the ocean too with the ancient ship, right? So you know what? Maybe this encounter will happen, I don't know, maybe soon. Oh, please do not spoil, but I'm very curious. I'm like imagining how is it going to be like. Well, can I just leave Jenna dead? Please tell me that I can continue this playthrough with only 3 people in my party, right? Especially because in case I meet the others, they can fill up that gap, so... We don't need Jenna, right? Right, Professor? You agree with me? Oh, Felix! Ouch! That was quite a blow. What happened when that wave hit? I don't know if Felix is the best one to answer that. Felix, look! Sif, what was your opinion about Golden Sun 1 ending where it ended? Because when we were here playing it, especially me and Subaru, we were very shocked. Like, seriously, this game doesn't continue up to the end of the 4 lighthouses plot, you know? I was really thinking about the kids that bought that game by the time, and then they were like, wait, it's over now? Where is the end of this story, you know? And yeah, that was super strange in my opinion. I'm not saying that I hated it, but it doesn't leave a very good taste after you play it, you know? I don't know, and I also think it was extra kinda bad because the moment they ended it was when you were hoping to see new adventures, when we were just leaving Laliveiro by ship, and then, you know, getting excited for like the ocean and the exploration, and then suddenly credits. If they really needed to end the game that soon, why not end it after Menardi and Ceteros got beaten up? And then, you know, it felt like a final boss, then sure, that's it. No, they ended it when they were giving us, I don't know, cookies to continue our breakfast. You know, I was like hungry for more, and then no, it ends in here. Sorry, kiddo. That was very weird. And then maybe that was one reason why most people prefer this game, because then I'm now hoping this game will complete the story, right? Unless there is a 3rd game or like another game, which does exist. I think there is one for the DS if I'm not mistaken. But then I'm now expecting it to be disconnected from the sequel, like this game, but maybe it's not, who knows. But yeah, I'm now hoping this game ends it, right? You did enjoy Golden Sun 1, but I was... yeah. And then, you know, the cliffhanger was too much in my opinion. But I'm glad they released this one to pick it up. Indeed, and I was even thinking, what could have happened if the first game was a commercial failure and then Nintendo, you know, gave up on the project of releasing the sequel? Because that does happen sometimes, especially towards, let's say, series. I can even give you an example, Netflix. Netflix is the master of canceling series that were not completed, right? Especially 1899 last year, that got me pissed off. But yes, I was thinking, what if Golden Sun 1 was not super popular and then people would never see how the game would end? Thankfully they were able to release both games, right? But they took a big risk for delivering us an incomplete game in some sort, and then to count on the popularity or like the financial success of the game to drop a sequel that finishes everything. It was like a big risk. Yeah, they ended it at the worst moment, wasn't it? There are a few reasons most people enjoy this game more. It's basically Golden Sun 1, but so much bigger. So much bigger makes me excited then. Because I'm still not sure, and then of course don't tell me, but I kind of think, and I have my, let's say, evidences or ideas, that this game will also allow me to go back from what I have explored before, right? Which I do hope will happen, because I still wanna solve puzzles from the first game. Especially because I was not expecting that ending, right? If I knew about that ending, probably I could have explored more before completing the game. And then also, they gave us the password thing, so it must be for a reason, right? Like that I'm transferring everything I did before to this game, especially the genie count. I still got genies to collect in the first game too. We have hit solid land, let's go Felix. Kraden really is a party member? It is not Alex? No, Kraden is not a... Yeah, you see, Alex is the fourth one. Kraden is just, I don't know, in the backpack, right? Like an item. But is Alex, like... fainted too? No, he's... Okay, I already love this game more than the first game. Jenna, why don't you just, you know, stay taking a nap? Leave us alone. I can't believe you two, god damn it. How good you are! It was the path for the best ending. Do you want me to get the bad ending? So sure, join my party, right? Leaving me on that island while you go off exploring on your own? Of course! Who wants you? I don't. And here I was looking everywhere for you. Oh yeah, looking everywhere for us? Like what? Sunbathing on the grass field? That's how you look for us? I'm sorry, my dear. Can you ever forgive us? No, Kraden. Don't say you are sorry, though. She doesn't deserve it. Oh, alright. Just don't leave me alone like that again. Oh. You better be ready, Jenna, because every time I have a chance, I will. Imagine if she really surprises me somehow. That can happen, though. That can happen. I can have a change of heart. And honestly, in case that happens... I gotta give this game some high props, because I do not have a good impression of Jenna. That wave must have carried us to a new continent. Let's go exploring, oh my god, sure. Wow, so happy now with Jenna with us! They expand the summon and class systems? Oh yeah, the quality of life improvements, right? I gotta check that out too. So we have to go take care of dinner stuff. Alright, still thank you so much for stopping by and then eat a delicious dinner, right? I ate some sandwiches before I started the stream, or I would get hungry. And maybe I still will, but definitely enjoy your food. And I'm glad I popped in for a moment. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So close and yet so far from me getting what you wanted. What I want, Subaru, is Jenna out! That's what I want. Where are the random encounters though? I already have people in my party, they have attacks. Do they have weapons? Yeah, by the way, where has Alex gone? Oh, by the way, let me continue my theories, right? Totally there will be a cross between these party members and our previous ones. That will happen for sure, maybe even sooner than what I was thinking. Maybe it happens even before the Mars Lighthouse. And you know why as well? Because as soon as Isaac and his friends, they, I don't know, think that these guys are going to the Jupiter Lighthouse to light it up, they will try to stop them, right? Or do you think Isaac and his friends will like, oh, they are heading to the Jupiter Lighthouse, let's leave them go there, you know? No, Isaac would not let that happen, I think. So that could happen soon. But I was also thinking that in case, for some weird reason, everybody becomes like party members, or like everybody joins the same party, and then who is going to be the villain, right? Then I will go back to our theories or suspicions that Babby could be at that spot, right? Especially now with this whole Lemuria stuff. Yeah, maybe Baby will turn to be the villain, or Jenna. Jenna is always there trying to get the role, and she could, and I would love if that happens. I can't wait to beat her in the final boss music. But Baby has more chances, right? So yeah, that's my current predictions for the future. Yeah, we almost did it, right, Subaru? Maybe next time. He doesn't seem to be anywhere on the island. You don't think he set out on his own, do you? I actually don't. Because I think he won't let us by ourselves, right? Maybe he's just like Saturos and Menardi, that they don't trust us, or especially Felix. Well, he's no longer on Idejima at any rate, because that guy can teleport. He might have gone to look for a ship. Or that. Alex wants a ship? Did you forget what he was saying? Yes. He wants to return alchemy to its former place in the world. Okay, so do you mean that he's actually going to Lemuria? Because Lemuria is the ancient civilization where alchemy was a thing? By lighting the 4 elemental lighthouses, he might just succeed. But why the ship? He probably wants to go to Lemuria, right? Just like us. Never mind, it's because the remaining 2 lighthouses are unreachable by land. None remain to be lit across the Eastern Sea. So what should we... We must go to the Great Western Sea. The Western Sea? Is that where we are going, Felix? It sounds like it, right? Well said, Felix, and go there we shall. That is right, our parents' lives depend on it. What about you, Shiba? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm sorry that I still couldn't go back to Sable. Like, I was kind of thinking about going back to it in the beginning of this week. But my days have been more busy, I have been getting more tired. Not only because of Pilates, but also because of, like, spending more time outside, going to the university to walk around there, and then also going to play Pokemon Go, and sometimes meeting my friend, and then my days have been more busy, so I'm feeling more tired. I'm kind of feeling tired every day. But it's funny, speaking on the Pilates, it's funny how even though it's been, I don't know, 1 month or 2 months in there, I'm starting to see the results from the workout. I mean, it's not like a big result, but as I know my body, I'm noticing some muscles developing that that wasn't there, especially on my arms. So it's kind of crazy to see your body changing like that, I mean, again, it's just I'm not like getting buffed, but I can already see some muscle improvements. But yeah, it's because I'm either getting home late, feeling super tired because I have been spending my days outside a lot. And then I'm also streaming right now today because most likely I won't be able to stream on the weekend. But then there is a chance, but I'm not sure. And then tomorrow my father is coming here because he's traveling. My father is actually traveling far this time. He's actually going to Angola in Africa for like his work, right? But then I will need to see how much time will my dad spend at my home before he goes to the airport. If it is a short visit, then maybe I still have a chance to stream tomorrow. And I will try it, because in the weekend I think I won't. But then if it takes longer than that, then maybe I won't stream tomorrow. Which parents? Jen and Felix are orphans? Or is it Garrett? Jen and Felix are orphans, yes. And then Isaac lost his dad, right? But not his mom. Garrett has his family in Vale because they are the mayor of the city, right? I mean, his dad is the mayor of the city. If I'm going to get like a monster, no. In order for me to become that, I would need to do some, I don't know, to work out at a gym, right? And then have that focus. No, my focus is like become healthy. and also, I don't know, have better posture and stuff, which by the way I should be doing right now, because Pilates is a lot about stretching, and it does develop your muscles. Like I'm saying that I'm noticing some differences, but then I doubt it I'm going to become, super buffed. Also because getting buffed has a lot to do with eating as well, so you kinda should be drinking protein or eating more protein. I'm not doing any of that, like a diet for developing your muscles. But of course, I do see some changes because in Pilates you do work out some muscles I have never worked out in my life. So, and it does go all around your body, so everything gets some activity. And of course, with time it develops. Let's see how am I going to look like by the end of the year. And also, by the way, Subaru, I did post a picture, right, on Discord about the anime event I went, that I somehow played Quidditch, like real life Quidditch, the Harry Potter sport. It was very fun, and that group of Quidditch players, they are looking for more people to train with them, because it's like missing some more players to, start competitions or join competitions, or they are really looking for more people to join them, and I may be joining them. Like, I got their contact, they put me in the group, like the conversation group. They train close my home, it's for free, it's a chance to meet new people. Why not? And then remember, I told myself that this year of 2023, thanks to the events of, I think, March or February, I can't be sure anymore, the events that were like a very heavy backache and neck ache and shoulder ache that I was suffering, I was like, this year is going to be my physical year, that I'm going to focus on my physical health. Boy, I'm doing that. And then if I start playing Quidditch as well with those people, that's it. And then I don't know if they're going to really do anything that soon, but in the day I met them, which was last Sunday in the anime event, they were telling me that they plan to be training on Sundays. So if this Sunday they say something, I will try to be there. I will try to go there, yeah. That's exactly that. It is exactly that, Subaru. Quadribol in Portuguese. Or actually, man, they actually taught me something. Thanks to the whole situation with J.K. Rowling and, her... what is the word? I'm forgetting the English word for what I really want to say, but let's just say that thanks to her bad opinions about, people choices and people genders and everything, thanks to that whole polemic, then they decided, and actually I think it's something that the international Quidditch, I mean, I'm going to say that for the Portuguese word, because I'm not sure if it has changed in the English word, but probably as well, I'm not sure. But for the Portuguese word, which is quadribol, they have changed the name of the sport to not be connecting the sport to her anymore. Because that sport, and then now in Portuguese it's called quadball, not quadribol anymore, right? It's just quadball. That sport is very inclusive. And because, let's say, the creator of Quidditch is not an inclusive person, they don't want to be connecting the two things, For example, the people that were explaining me that situation and inviting me to play with them, they were even saying that everybody is welcome to play this with us. We have all sorts of people with us. Even the woman's child was like non-binary, for example. So, it's a very inclusive sport, and they want to keep it that way and disconnected from the problems that J.K. Rowling ended up bringing, thanks to her, I can't find the word. It's not It is bad, but that's not the word that I was looking for. Yeah, I can't remember the word right now to say it in English, but thanks to her, distorted maybe? Yeah, maybe distorted is a good word for me to say this. Distorted and wrong and bad, you know, all of that combined. Opinions about the matters. So now they are kind of replacing all of the names that Quidditch had, even for like the balls in the game and for the positions in the game. Gotta tell you that I love to become a batter. It was so fun. It's like the dodgeball part of the sport, right? To throw the ball, the rubber ball, trying to hit the other players. I love that. Probably I will train to become that. And it was super fun. I'm not like the craziest Harry Potter fan out there, but as this was like an opportunity to, like I said, do some physical activity, even find a new hobby, and meet new people, and it's close by my home, it's for free, and probably I won't be doing anything, I don't know, that important on the days they train. Of course it depends, but it's probably not. So why not, right? And then they are also looking for new people. It's like they need some help, so let's help them. But yeah, the sport has been changing or going through some changes because of the whole polemic towards J.K. Rowling and her, you know, distorted opinions about people, genders, and everything. Yeah, but probably the names in English also have changed. But as I was talking to them in Portuguese, they only told me about the Portuguese changes. And the craziest thing, man, is that you gotta, like in the movies, right, or like in the books, you gotta play the whole game by holding the broom. So it's a new step on coordination, right? Because it is not easy to be holding the broom. It's not really a broom, it's more like a plastic stick, so it doesn't hurt, you know, the other players or, you know, cause an accident or something. But yes, it is like something to train as well, to be able to run, to move fast, to catch a ball when people throw the ball at you and everything, while there is like a stick between your legs. Because if that stick falls, which is like your broom, then you can't play anymore. You need to walk back to the goal, touch the goal, and then you are back to the game, you know? And they were even saying that there are many referees in an official game, like many of them. I forgot what was the number, but it was like a crazy amount of referees, you know, people that are like seeing the faults and punishing whoever commits a fault and everything, or checking the game if the scores are correct and everything. There are many in a game. But yeah, man, and I'm very glad that I found they playing in the anime event, because believe me, it was hidden. Like, it was on the back of the museum that the event was being held. And then once somebody said something on, like an announcer, right? The event's announcer was saying, oh yeah, and then there are people playing Quidditch. I'm like, playing Quidditch? Where? Because I couldn't find anybody after going on a tour in the event. And then I asked to somebody, wait, where are people playing Quidditch in here? And then they told me, oh, it's behind the museum. And then I was like, oh, really? There? And then I finally found them. So I'm very glad that I searched for them, because otherwise I wouldn't have much to do in the event. Besides, something else that was very cool they had in there, they had a hypnotist. And I saw, especially this one kid, getting hypnotized. Would you get hypnotized, Subaru? It was quite amazing, and it did raise my curiosity. I mean, I was kinda curious already, but I'm still not brave enough to be hypnotized, right? But yeah, they've pretty much hypnotized that kid a lot. The guy gave him like a card for him to hold, you know, like a plastic card, which was like with his information, personal information and contact. And then he said, this card is heavy. And then the kid was like struggling to hold the card, you know, with his both arms and everything. He made the kid to forget who was his dad. He made the kid to like feel a lot of joy and laugh out loud once he looked at his dad as well. It was super crazy to see the kid reacting that way thanks to the hypnosis, right? It was very interesting to see that. I'm not sure, maybe I would try to see how I would feel. The thing is that, and this actually amazed me, the thing is that you gotta have a very good concentration and focus to be hypnotized, right? That's why I thought that the kid was easily hypnotized, because kids are normally, focused into something they are interested to do. While us adults, we are more, we have our own beliefs, we have our own doubts about things, so we are kinda sus for everything we try. And then we wouldn't really believe on like, oh, I cannot get hypnotized, so I won't, really focus on this or give this attention. I don't know. That's the thing I was thinking. Maybe it is hard for me to become like fully concentrated to be hypnotized in like its full potential. But also it surprised me how they were doing it. John Sir, thank you so much for the follow. I'm just now finishing a story here about my last weekend with Subaru, but I'll go back to the game, don't worry. Yeah, I was saying that I think I wouldn't be hypnotized that easily, but it surprised me how they were hypnotizing people under that event that was very loud and noisy. They were playing anime music like everywhere. Then the announcer was in the microphone talking out loud or speaking out loud, and people were still there concentrated and getting hypnotized. So like, what the heck? How don't they need like a silent room for that, Yeah, that also impressed me. But yeah, if in case it works, there is the problem of like, what are they going to do with you out of your control? I mean, they wouldn't do anything crazy or very, very crazy. Maybe the craziest thing is to make you forget somebody you know. I think that's kind of risky, but they still do it anyway, especially, I don't know, on YouTube. I have seen that before on YouTube as well. They also make you forget your name sometimes, or like forget a letter of the alphabet or something. But every time as well, I always have seen they giving the person the information back, so the person remembers it, And some people even say that we do have like a crazy, let's say, storage data of memories on our minds. We just don't have the access to those memories anymore, right? But everything is kind of there. So even if they make us forget something, we can still have a backup, or we can have that information somewhere lost in our unconsciousness, just in need for something to go there and bring it back to light, pretty much. So maybe that's why and how they are able to return those memories to people. But it is indeed something very interesting and very amazing, especially seeing it live. It was the first time I saw it with my own eyes, right? And there is no reason you should have to face that danger, right, Felix? Then you should know my reason for traveling with all of you, Felix. I'm curious, what is your reason for traveling with everybody, actually? Because I was at first thinking you were just kidnapped, you didn't want to be with them. What is your reason? What do you mean, Shiba? What reason? It's my destiny. Oh yeah, she kinda mentioned something about that, right? That she had visions, right? But then I don't remember the details of those visions anymore. This quest is your destiny? John Sir, do you like this game? Do you like Golden Sun? We are now starting the sequel, right, to the first game? That ended in a very quick way, in my opinion. I was thinking the whole Lighthouse story would be completed there, but it seems that it's not. I did know that this game would continue the first game, but I was thinking it would continue it after, its story was complete. Never mind, it's continuing from half of the story, basically. But yeah, I'm excited to see what are the differences in here. I do hope, don't tell me in case you know, but I'm hoping that We can go back as well for like previous places because I love side quests and then I left things back there in the first continents, Angara and Gondwan. But I'm not sure if this game will not allow us to return, but I'm thinking or hoping it will. Yeah, I wanna see why people prefer this game as well. At least most people that I make that question to them. But I was surprised the first game ended the way it did. And you couldn't tell us about this earlier. But how can we trust you when we don't know why you were... Wait, why? You were with us, there we go. I'm sorry, but please, you have to take me, you must. You need me. I mean, she has a point. You do need her. I don't understand, why exactly do we need you? You know that I'm an adept, don't you? I can control the wind, as Felix already knows. You knew that she was a wind adept? Yes. Satyrus must have mentioned it atop the lighthouse, I see. They saw that I was a wind adept right away. I mean, for you to be a wind adept, it looks like you just need to be short, wear a cape, and be blonde, right? Because she looks a lot like Ivan. And wait a minute. Could they be relatives? Because wasn't Ivan also somewhat an orphan of some sort? Or like he doesn't know his past or something? I don't know, maybe I'm forgetting this stuff. Most likely I am. But I kinda have the feeling Ivan has some problems about his past too, right? Subber is agreeing with me that she's basically, I don't know, it's basically the feminine version of Ivan, or like girl Ivan, right? They look a lot like. Maybe they are more connected than what we think. Oh yeah, they would have needed an alignment that complemented their own. They said they would need a wind adept in order to light the Jupiter's beacon. Oh, of course, and I suspect we'll need your power there as well. So you see, you do need me. Alright, I guess I understand now. But you want to know what she meant by destiny too, don't you? That she won't reveal to us, right? Oh, Subber was paying attention to their sprites during the dialogues or the scenes in the lighthouse, in the Venus lighthouse, so you did notice that they were very, they had very close appearances, or they looked a lot like. I only noticed that right now, I think. I wish we could read minds like Shiba, then we would know. I'm sure she will tell us in her own time, won't you, Shiba? Well, there is the fact that if you say the events of the future, like, to everybody, you might be changing the future too, right? I mean, there are ways of seeing that are different. Like, one might say that, oh yes, if you know the future, you can change the future. And some might say, even if you try changing the future, destiny is stronger than your attempts, so basically it's going to... the result, the ending result will still happen no matter what you try doing, but it might happen differently, you know? I think this game is going on the lines of, if she reveals the future, then the future will be changed, and then maybe she doesn't want to change what she knows. So I think that's why she doesn't want to share that. I think for now that we should simply trust Shiba. Now I'm quite famished, shall we get moving? There we go. And then random encounters? Not yet. Well, this is the most peaceful island I have seen in this game so far. Maybe they should have a village in here. Your attempt to change the future is what actually causes the future to be what it was foreseen, right? Subaru, that's actually probably more right than my theories or my ideas. It's like the future we already count your attempt to change it, right? We have a new overworld music. Oh yeah, the random encounters were in the overworld, right? Not really in that island. Or actually that section. And we do have a city here. I wanna really confirm that I can get a random encounter here, come on. There we go. I like the synths of the song. Okay, I do like this battle song. So basically it looks like that Jenna and Shiba are some sorts of mages, or you know, they have staffs as weapons, while Felix has a sword. So this is Idejima, right? No, this is Daila. Maybe Idejima is the name of the whole island? What about this Egyptian-like song? What about Alex? They didn't know what happened to Alex either. Oh, I mean, they said that Alex was probably going to look for a ship, but they didn't know where he went to. You don't look familiar. Have you been to Daila before? No. Well then, welcome to Daila, the northernmost town on the continent of Indra. Wait, where was Idejima then? I'm so confused. Oh yes, we were hit by a gigantic tidal wave, but there were no injuries. It was miraculous. Okay, so the tidal wave got to them too, right? I need to set the mind read. That wave turned this place into a swamp. Everything smells like brine. I wonder where our little Tavi has gone. I'm getting worried. He was gone when the wave hit and he hasn't been home since. I will bet that wherever Tavi is, Ricky is with him! Ricky! Okay, Ricky to me is a character from Xenoblade Chronicles. The hero pawn. The neighbors must be pretty worried too. Ricky and Tevi, huh? We need to look for them? Okay, that sounds like a side quest. Maybe I should write that down. By the way, Subaru, I watched that Gran Turismo movie trailer, right? What did you think about it? Speaking of which, what about Xenoblade Chronicles if I have finished it? Not yet, but I'm at very late game. I think I'm reaching maybe the final city of the game before, I don't know, the final event. I'm very late game. Although there are side quests, there are extras, you know, so I'm always trying to backtrack and everything. They give me so many missions as well. But there is this one side quest that I believe it is exclusive to the game that I'm playing, which is the definite edition. Or definitive, maybe it's that the word, right? Definitive edition. That has this one extra thing that they ask for me to find or collect some items that I don't know where to find those items. Like, they are nowhere to be found. And they need those items to rebuild a city. So that's the thing. I'm kind of trying to progress slowly because I want to find those items, but I don't know where to find those items because it is impossible to find those items. And I'm not gonna lie, I did check some, I don't know, guides to find some of those items because I didn't know what to do anymore. But I still have items in there that I don't know where they are because I haven't checked everything. But it is hard, it is very hard to spot some of the items because they have like a very small odd or chance to be spawning in the world, right? So like you take hours collecting them, and then once you collect them all, you need to wait for the next day's night cycle to try to find them again. Or like you need to hope that an enemy will drop that item. It is super complicated. I thought it was an interesting way to connect the game with the real life, the Gran Turismo movie. I thought it was a very cliche idea, in my opinion, because they were like, oh, you are addicted to the Gran Turismo games, and then now you have the chance to become a real-life pilot. That sounded very cliche, right? But at the same time, what would they be doing, or what could have been, or what could they be doing, right, instead? I don't know. So it kind of works for what they want to do, for like the Gran Turismo franchise. But at the same time, it was very cliche, so I was not really sold on it, you know? I don't know if I would watch it. And speaking of like watching movies from adaptations, the new Senseiya, not really CGI, it was not a CGI, it was a live action. The new live action from Senseiya, from everybody that I heard about it, it sucks. And then my friend was like, if you are feeling depressed one day, then watch it. Because you're going to see that nothing can be as bad than that movie, not even your life. So I was like, holy shit. And then he was like, you can even laugh at this movie because of how ridiculous it is like. So you know, the Senseiya live action movie, it was a disaster, which is not surprising to me. Because since the trailers, I was expecting that to happen. You have only played Gran Turismo 1 and 2, I have only played the first one. It doesn't have a plot, it doesn't, that is true, I don't remember a plot in the first game. Where could he be? His food's getting cold. I really love how, was it last year? I think it was last year. I was addicted to this one song by Classics. It was a remix, right, from another song. I think it's called Good Old Days. And then when I was looking for the YouTube video of it to post it on Discord, on the Jukebox channel, I learned it was part of this Gran Turismo, maybe 6, I think it's the 6th game, soundtrack. I was like, holy shit, that's such a good coincidence, because I knew that song takes to the band, I love classics. And it was like the soundtrack of Gran Turismo, and then around that time you were talking about the movie, right? Maybe the first, not really the first trailer, but like you were talking about that they were developing that movie, or starting the scoring of that movie. And then in the same week or so, I was like, holy shit, Classics is part of the soundtrack of Gran Turismo? If Tevi isn't home soon, we are going to have to look for him, or to go looking for him. But yes, I was not sold to watch that movie, at least not so far. Were you, Subaru? Would you watch it? I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying that it sounds too cliche. I don't think it's going to be something unique, you know? It's not going to surprise me that much. It sounds very generic. The tidal wave left a lot of standing water in our village. The worst part is that it's all salt waters. And then thanks to that I cannot freeze it? I think that's why they are saying that it's salt water, right? With all of this salt water on the ground, what will happen to our crops? Why do they have a temple in here? You want a boat? Yes. What kind of insensitive jerk are you? Everyone knows all of our boats were destroyed by the tidal wave. With all the boats gone, we sailors are stuck here. What are supposed what are we supposed to do on dry land? To knit? Didn't it feel like all of Indra moved when that we were hit by the wave? Yes, it's because it is moving. I knew it, you felt it too. Or you felt it too. And that shock afterward. The shock afterward? It felt like the whole continent got rammed into something. Maybe they did hit the other continent. Yeah, it is cliché, but I can't think on anything different that also doesn't end up being cliché. I mean, don't you think that just telling the story of I don't know, a Formula 1 racer of some sorts would do it? Like, they are making a connection between the real-life racing and the game, but even if they dropped the gaming part, I think it would work as a normal story too, and less cliché even. To me, it sounds cliché because they are making the connection. I'm not saying that I don't like the connection, I think it is important as well because that was what I also loved about the Super Mario movie. But it is cliché, you know? If the movie was about, or if the movie were about races around the world, probably the first movie wouldn't be around that idea. Because Saber would remember Speed Racer. I actually haven't watched Speed Racer and I didn't know it was like that. I actually didn't know even that Speed Racer happened or was based in our world. I was thinking it had its own world, right? Formula 1 doesn't have anything to Gran Turismo. I mean, just the idea of like... Gran Turismo is the name of the competition in the games, isn't it? So like becoming the winner of Gran Turismo and then he's a professional racer. That's a normal plot in my opinion already. That's not cliché. It's simple but not cliché. Because it is not trying to be something that it kinda doesn't... or kinda that it doesn't... Wait. It's not trying to do something or be something that it's not. There we go. And then Speed Racer is an old cartoon. It does have a live-action movie. I have heard of it. I just never cared both for the cartoon or the live-action. So I never really knew the story of it. Thank goodness for that mountain range to the north. If that range weren't there, we would have been washed away for sure. The only racing car or anything around those lines movies that I kind of watched and I somewhat liked that I can't remember right now were the Fast and Furious movies, and only the first two. Yes, after the first two movies I never cared for the rest, right? But besides those two, I cannot remember any other movie that really got me that much regarding cars and racing and stuff, right? It has a story or it has a plot, but the races are around the world. That's very interesting. I think that's very cool. Like, probably the races around the world are... Do you have examples? Like, where do they race in the movie? Like, where do they go? Speaking of which, there should be a Top Gear movie, right? And then I believe the story would be the same. Because Top Gear also happens around the world and space as well. Top Gear 3000, for example. The sea god must have saved us from the wave. It's good we have a shrine honoring him. They have an inn there. I really don't like this salt water though, it's blocking my passages. How can't we walk on water, right? We should. Rick is really in for it when he gets home. He's been out playing with his friends for days, or with his friend for days. Rick, it's heavy, where are you? What are you up to? Why are there no adults looking for him or looking for them though? It's been a while since I have watched Speed Racer. I can't remember everything, but there was like a desert place and also a nice mountain, or like a frost mountain. That no good kid of mine taking his father's fishing pole, I mean really. If he doesn't come home soon, he's really going to get it. That Tev is a bad influence on Ricky. Just because he lives next door doesn't mean they have to be friends. Give me just a second, let me see something on my phone very quickly. Who the heck is this person? Oh, so speaking of Quidditch, right, Subaru? They have, although this is very sad, right? I mean, never mind. I need to talk to them about this though. It seems that they are finally talking about where and when they are going to be training Quadball or Quidditch. And I was thinking they would be training on Sundays. They might, but not in the beginning of this next month, in May, right? Because we are going to have Mom's Day, right? Or Mother's Day next Sunday. And then this Sunday, like this weekend, they are saying there will be a championship in Rio that probably they are going to be visiting in a park there and, you know, expecting it. Or expectating it, there we go. So I need to see which time will be this Saturday training, because this Saturday I do have something to do. I have Pokemon Go things to be doing. So probably I won't be able to go. And then somebody else messaged me. Oh, okay. Interesting. Anyway. I got a Pilates ad from another studio, right? I'm sorry, person, or like responsible for the studio. I already chose my Pilates course in another studio. Anyway. But then that's sad. I wish I could be playing Quidditch on Sunday, not really on a Saturday. But that's fine, it's just for the early weeks, I think. But this Saturday I think I won't be able to go there because I have a Pokemon Go event at 11 AM. Do you know the Pokemon Cleaver, Subaru? Do you know who's that? Wait, what? I saw a bright light in the northeastern sky earlier, somewhere over Gondwan. It was the Venus Lighthouse. It was right before the tidal wave. I wonder if there is connection. Yes, there is a connection. I thought I saw some lights in the northwestern skies, maybe I just imagined them. You don't remember him by name? He's a Pokemon from Hisui. He's from Pokemon Legend Arceus. He's pretty much the alternative evolution to Scyther. It's the rock bug Pokemon, right? He's going to be released this Saturday on Pokemon Go. And you know what else about Pokemon Go? After they have changed some things in the game, but actually for a while, this kind of has been happening little by little, but now it kind of got more serious. Many people are losing their interest to play Pokemon Go, so basically the profit that Niantic and Pokemon got in this last, month was very, very low. It was the lowest profit the game had since 2018. So yeah, Pokemon Go is going through some crisis right now. And the biggest reason why that's happening is because during the pandemic, they have released a mechanic that allowed people to be joining raids around the world if they had a remote raid pass, right? Because everybody was avoiding going outside, so they had to play the game from home. And then they invented this remote raid pass for people to be joining raids without leaving home, basically. And getting invitations to join other people's raids, and then that's it, worked greatly, and I love the remote raid pass. But recently, they have raised the prices for those remote raid passes, and everybody got upset because it's them trying to take people outside again. I know some people go outside to play it, like me, but it doesn't mean that it's something easy, or that everybody has the free time to do it, or that everybody feels safe about doing it. I only feel safer because my city, thank goodness, is not that dangerous in some spots, and then I'm also playing with other people, because otherwise I could be under, a greater danger or something. But, there are many reasons. There are also people that are somewhat, not able to spend a lot of time outside under the sun or under a heavy weather. And this made the game more accessible as well, right? So the community did not get this change of prices in a very good way. It got like more than double the price, right, for you to get the remote raid pass now. And they also got limited. You can only use 5 of those passes per day when there isn't an important event happening. So yeah, everybody got like sick of that and tired of that, and then many people are stopping to play the game. And not only that, they are attacking whoever plays the game as well. I was also reading today that the, let's say, biggest Twitch streamer of Pokemon Go, he got so many hate messages lately that made him super sad and depressed, because people were attacking him so much because he kinda still plays the game and also bought the remote raid passes. And yeah, he got heavily attacked by people on the internet, and then he's not feeling okay right now. His mental health got, super, super bad. So the whole Pokemon Go community is going through a crisis right now. Also, some people are not playing it because of the lack of important and good events in the past days. But that's the thing, right? People have different interests when they play such games, or when they play video games, actually. In my case, it is not only about the game, it's also about the social interaction and everything, meeting new people and being in a group and all. So, even though I understand those changes and everything, and I do think they should, like Niantic, should be making the game more inviting to be played, instead of like giving us limitations and higher prices to use the items and everything, or to buy the items and everything. It doesn't hit me that much because I'm also playing it, I'm playing it casually basically, and then also for the social interaction that it has too. But yeah, the community is under a crisis right now. And they're screwed, like, they will need to really do something to become more profitable again, right? The game to become more popular and profitable. And you know what's the funny thing, or the funniest thing? They have talked to the community, at least recently, to know what the community wants. And it seems that they are not changing at all about what they have heard from the community, right? Nobody really wanted to go out before the pandemic. Why would somebody wanna go out after the pandemic? As it showed that it's not a very good idea to like not leave your home, right? Yeah, many people are also. I mean, I don't want to say like the majority. I have no idea, but something that I have been noticing in my own life is that many people that I end up meeting, they are full of limitations to do something outside, basically. It's either if it rains, I won't leave my home, or if it is not something that's super exciting to me, I won't go. If it is something very expensive, I also wanna go. Me too, as well. I do have some limitations around those lines, especially for like when there is something that's super far away from where I live, or when I need to go back home super late, then I try not to. Or, for example, there is going to be a gaming event in Rio in June next month. Then I'm now thinking that I won't go because I think it is too pricey. Like the ticket is kind of expensive. I don't want to, have an extra expense on that because I'm already going to the Pixar event in the same month. So I understand, but some people are like, if the conditions are not perfect, I won't do anything, or I want to do this or that, I have been struggling a little bit with that. For example, I wanted to hang out with my hometown friends to play my Switch since I bought the Switch, since November last year. And still today we haven't met because of that. Like, I was starting to organize the reunion or the meeting for us to play it together, and then suddenly it's like, oh, if this one friend doesn't go, I won't go, or like, it is too far from my house, or we don't have a car, we need to like ask for a ride or a cab or an Uber, and then it's going to be expensive. So it's like, there is always a limitation for some plans to work out, and then that's kind of annoying to me sometimes because I'm more proactive in like, hey, let's make this to work, But yeah, and then regarding Pokemon Go, some people will be like, oh, if it is not a good Pokemon to be outside, I won't go out to play it. While in my case, I'm like, oh, you wanna play Pokemon Go? Let's go, Because it's more than just the game to me, it's also about the social connection that there is in there. And then it's hard to make friends like that or meet people like that too. For example, I also want to make more friends or meet new people that would be willing to play the Switch with me. Hence why I'm buying some other multiplayer games in there, hoping for people to be playing them with me. What are they winning with people going outside? That's the thing, they can still be very profitable with people playing it from inside, right? By purchasing the remote raid pass. It's just that they wanna... It's because they also think about the social part of the game like me, right? They want people to go outside to meet new people in person, to make new connections in person, not just playing it virtually with like people they will never see in their lives. They are also thinking a lot about the objective of the game, which is like reuniting people physically speaking and making them to play together. But they are ignoring some other problems that are in the game too. And I just think that people should choose in the end. Like, do you want to play it from home? Sure. Do you want to go outside and play it? Yeah, let's go. And there are already some benefits for you to play it like by going outside of home. For example, your strength in a Pokemon raid is stronger than somebody's strength when they are using the remote raid pass. So basically you hit harder when you are at the spot physically, right? Not to mention that for you to invite someone for a remote... no, never mind. You don't need to be there. You just need to be close to the Pokemon raid, right? But you really don't need to be there, now that I'm thinking about it. But I was going to say that you should be there at the raid to invite the other people that are not there. That's not true, you can also not be there as soon as you can see or spot the raid from your game, if it is under that range. But anyway, they are now having trouble and like not being as profitable. Let's see what are they going to do, right? I thought I saw some lights in the northwestern skies, maybe I just imagined them. No, you did see those lights, you are not on drugs. We found a smoke bomb. that I'm probably going to sell. Oh my god, wait a minute. Subaru, we have an empty inventory again, man. Let's go, finally, right? I didn't know what to discard anymore. Now I don't need to. What's going on with this guy? Is he like sunbathing? Oh, that wave knocked me over and now I can't get up. Okay, so that's what happened. I must have been born to suffer. Born to be wild. Today my Pilates teacher was telling me that there is a place here in the city that it's like a karaoke, but it is a karaoke with a live band. That was the first time I heard of such thing. I mean, I have only been to the karaoke once and I haven't really sung anything because I don't know music lyrics, you guys know that. Also, I'm kinda shy to do it, to perform. But I thought it sounds so cool that there is like a karaoke with a live band. And they sing it with you too, if you tell them which song you wanna sing, right? It was the first time I heard of it. What about the money? Was it in my party? I think not. No, we are poor, you see? It sounds like the whole village, they don't care at all to help that old man that's like that fell on the ground. Yes. Not even my party cared for him, right? Hence why he's still on the ground. If you're looking for a boat, you might check in Madra. Head south and then when the road forks, follow the path to the east. I wonder how the road to Madra is holding up after that flood. The ground was always pretty soft around there. If you head south, you'll find a fork in the road. Take the road west and you'll hit the Kandorean Temple. In no time. I wonder if the holy man at the Kandorean Temple is as powerful as they say. What a mysterious continent, right? This Indra continent? It feels very spiritual and magical of some sorts. That ancient tower to the east, it's the shrine of the sea god. Listen, if you're not into being cursed horribly, you should stay away from there. I can't believe those children play in the shrine. It's dangerous and it will only bring them misfortune. Yay! Puddles in the village, yay! Yay! We never get puddles like this, not even when it rains. Blah, I fell in a puddle and got my clothes dirty. Mom's gonna have a fit. Bleach! This water's salty. Our village survived the wave, but all of our boats were destroyed. We won't be sailing for a while, but we'll pull through somehow. That wave was brutal, it smashed my boats to splinters. I wonder if those two are still out there. They know it's off limits. I can't believe those losers were inside the shrine when the wave hit. If Ricky and Tavi want to be idiots, I say let them. Okay, so now we know where to go to find them. They are in the shrine. Ricky and Tavi sure are out late. The Shrine of the Sea God stopped the wave, but I'm worried. Ricky and Tavi were playing in there, and I'm too scared to tell anyone. Now we got a sleep bulb. We run a small inn, so we make do with just the two of us working here. Look at all these guests. We need more help, but how will we afford it? Welcome to our inn. It's 6 coins for a room. Would you like to stay? No. Although Jenna is almost dead, right? I mean, but I can do cure. There we go. I don't know when I'll be able to return to Madra. I sure miss the food there. Today I baked pizzas. I mean, 1 pizza, and then tomorrow I'll be baking the second one. I hear the seafood in Madra is wonderful. I wonder what kinds of fish they catch in Madra. I'm so torn. Do I like my fish grilled? Or do I prefer poached? It's hard to say. Why is life so difficult? To me, it's neither. Because I don't like fish. Oh. Here we go again. Hey! You look like you already know a little about us, huh? Yes. See? You know all about us, so you must be an adept. Even I know that. You look like you are new around here, embarking on dangerous journey in a strange land. I thought so. Well, I'm looking for my companions. We were part when Mount Aleph erupted. Wait, what? Oh, okay. When Mount Aleph erupted, so like since the beginning of the game, it's not like since Venus Lighthouse, right? So you are a complete new genie. Would you mind helping me find my companions? Yes, would you help me to connect this game to the first game so I can go back there and collect your companions as well? Come on, take me with you. I will even lend you and your allies my powers. You see, the more genie you have with you, the more powerful your Psy energy becomes. All you have to do is set us and then unleash us in battle. If you gather a bunch of us, you have all of that power at your disposal. So what do you say? Will you be a pal and take me with you? No. I'm kinda curious. But I will say yes though. I'm so happy! Oh, you won't regret this, I promise. The Venus Genie Echo has become Felix's pal. While I'm here, would you like me to give you a quick explanation about genies? A genie-less run? No genies? Only... I don't know, only weapons run? And magic? You know what, Silver? Probably there is a genie-less run. I think you are not forced to equip them, right? So... it is doable. Should we take this explanation? Maybe he tells us something new, right? But you know what, I kinda think we have learned everything. It took me some time though, but I think I learned everything. Well, that's it. Now we are pals forever. Oh yeah! If you wanna learn more about Genie, refer to the help, okay? Let's break the 4th wall. Attacks with a double strike. You and your friends should make sure you get the most out of us, Genie! Whee! Divinus Genie Echo! Don't worry, Subber. I think we have learned everything, though. Well, let's save, right? Imagine if these genies give us new abilities than the others. Or different abilities. So I accidentally left Daila, so let's return here. I forgot to mind read you, right? We can't sail and we can't fish, not with our ships in this condition. Ooh, I'm not looking forward to become a vegetarian. Don't say that, salads are nice. I just won't ever understand why are they expensive though. This is an item shop, I'm guessing? Or is this a Nern shop? It is a Nern shop, look at that. I haven't seen Tevi and Ricky around lately. I like those little guys, so I'm kinda of worried about them. I'm sure those two went to the shrine of the sea god, they never listen. I told them they were way too small to climb those cliffs. Subber, do you know the game... How is it called again? Ni no Kuni? Do you know Ni no Kuni? Because I almost bought it for my Switch. Almost. But unfortunately I didn't have enough credits for it and I didn't want to buy or like to pay for more than the credits I have already on my Switch. But I was really considering buying that, so it would be a second alternative of single player focused game for me to be playing together with Xenoblade Chronicles, right? Yeah, Ni no Kuni looks very good. Not only because of the graphics, because it is like... I do think Studio Ghibli worked on that game, didn't they? Because people compare its graphics to the Studio Ghibli movies, but I don't think they worked on it. Yeah, it does have Studio Ghibli on it. It doesn't only look like it, it does have Studio Ghibli on it. You have heard of it, you have never played it? Oh, regarding the gacha of it, when I was researching about should you buy Ni no Kuni, right? I found some videos talking about the gacha. It looks like many people stopped playing the gacha. I don't remember exactly why, but they did some updates in there that turned the game horrible, basically. So don't worry, the gacha is pretty much dead, I think. But the RPG games, it sounds like they are very good, they are like a must for you to play. And when I was watching those videos, I had no idea that Ni no Kuni had some sort of Pokemon-like mechanics, you know? You kinda need to find some creatures, you kinda capture those creatures and then you use them in the battles. So that looked very fun. And it even looked a lot like Digimon World 2, that you need to do some commands, you know, from distance for like your monster to be attacking or performing in a battle. But again, because it didn't have the enough credits, I kinda gave up on it. But eventually I will totally get it, yeah. None of the YouTubers that post or update Subaru on mobile games, they have ever talked about Ni no Kuni. Yeah, but now I think the game is not good. It sounded like when it was out it was good, but not anymore. Ask me anything about armor. If those two scamps knew there were travelers in town, they would have a field day. He's talking about Tevi and Ricky, right? You guys look like new rounds around these parts. What brings you here? There is nothing much to see on this forsaken continent. You must be odd folk indeed. I mean, you guys have a shrine, right? How is a shrine not a touristic attraction? You folks ain't thinking about going south, are ya? We are, kind of. The roads to the south are a real mess from the earthquake. Dangerous too. I mean, the ocean where we were is also dangerous, so... It's dangerous everywhere! I'm glad I'm not going to Madra now. It had been so parched for so long. And now after the quake, I'm sure it's full of cracks and fissures and gaps. You know what I'm thinking right now? But this is kind of weird though, because it is the same story. But it feels so odd to be resetting and restarting this game, you know? Because we have like party members at level 5. It feels so strange that after everything we have played so far, now we need to start it over and level up again and everything from the start, you know? This is kind of remind me of Final Fantasy VIII and the transition between the regular game and the Laguna's game. But then that transition in there happened simultaneously. And then in here it's not like that anymore. Come in, welcome, take a look at our fine weapons. I cannot buy this. Yeah, I can only buy that. But they already have it. Okay, I'll need to return here later to buy weapons. Did I check everything now? Oh, not up here, right? Yeah, we also don't have the man with the machine gun being played, right, Subaru? What a track, man. Oh, this is totally a secret. There we go. Stairs that bring you to a isolated pot or jar? Secret. 100% secret. But yeah, man, I might be playing Quidditch. I kinda was hoping that, I don't know, I could find a volleyball group. But if Quidditch is what it is, then sure, right? In all my years as mayor, I have never seen a wave like that before. I'm grateful that nobody was seriously injured. At least nobody seems to have been injured too badly. Maybe I should make another inspection later. A lot of folks said they heard a terrible rumbling from the southeast. You ask me, it was the road to Madra crumbling to bits. We should find a different way to get to Madra. That shoddy road's a mess. The wave was awful, but the noise that followed was even worse. The shock alone could probably have destroyed the road to Madra. Actually, I just now remember that I believe they are working on a new video game for Quidditch. Yes, I read those news too. Yeah, there are championships, there are international championships, man. It's just not an Olympic game, right? Yeah, there are tournaments and everything. I mean, not with like my city's team, because my city's team is like not with enough people on the team anymore. But there are teams in Rio de Janeiro, hence why they were saying in the group right now that I read that they are going there on Sunday for a game between two teams in there in a park. But I won't go there because this park is somewhat hard for me to get to it, and I don't think it is the safest place ever. I mean, I could, risk myself and learn how to get there and then also learn how to return from it. So it would be a new adventure and a new knowledge for me to adventure myself in Rio. It would be something new for me to learn. But I always try avoiding that place because I don't think it is very safe. So that's why I don't want to go. Maybe in the future, if I get along with those people and then they suddenly be like, oh, they're going to have a game in there, let's go together, then it's another talk, Going together with somebody that knows how to get there is much better than going there alone, feeling scared of like the place. But yes, I'll need to see how that goes in the future then. Not to mention that I'm kind of thinking about going to some other places this weekend. There is going to be a festival, not really a festival, but like an event in Rio in the planetarium. It's a possibility for me to go there, but probably I won't because it is kind of far, but I could if I get up to that. But there is another event near my home actually that's going to be an event based on the northeast region of Brazil, and then they're going to have traditional dishes and food and music, and that's super close by, so I'm probably thinking about stopping by there to eat something. Hopefully they will have fried cassava, and who knows, maybe even some exotic fruits, especially cajá. I love cajá. Or tapioca or manioc, right? I hope they have that too. Or even some... I mean, it's still not June, but it could be already selling that, right? Some traditional June parties, dishes, especially corn desserts, like canjica, curau, or even rice, sweet rice, or some coconut dishes too. I hope they will have a little bit of that, and then if it is not too pricey, then I will sure get some. The shock alone could probably have destroyed the road to Madra. So I kinda don't wanna go with them to this, park. But sadly I won't be able to play with them on Saturday, I think. Food events first place, right, Subaru? And then sports is second, I understood it. It is not only because of that though. It is because it is not happening in a place that I feel safe, basically. Between the pirates and the tidal waves, this town has the worst luck. Now that Briggs has been arrested in Madra, maybe our luck is changing. Let me start writing down names in here. We have Ricky. What was the name of the other kid? It starts with T, right? Tacky, I think. I think it is Tacky or something. Now there is this Briggs person. Now that Briggs is locked away, we shouldn't have any pirate trouble this year. He's a pirate? Of course the tidal wave did more damage than those pirates ever managed. Of course this game has pirates, right? Have I read this? A lot of folks said they heard a terrible rumbling from the southeast. Yeah, I have read that, okay. In all my years as mayor, I have never seen a wave like that before. I'm grateful that nobody was seriously injured. At least nobody seems to have been injured too badly. What about the old man outside? Who's taking care of him? Maybe I should make another inspection later. But Subra, I gotta tell you that this event that I played Quidditch, it was simple like I was thinking. These anime events, they are fun and everything, but you kind of get tired of them very easily, especially when there are no video games. And I got very tired of it. That's why I was saying that thank goodness there was the Quidditch, because it kind of brought me some motivation to spend more time in there. I also ended up meeting or seeing at least some familiar faces from previous anime events in there, but I felt very uncomfortable to talk to them, because I didn't. It was basically, or maybe I should say, there were things that used to connect us. For example, there were those two people that they used to play Mario Kart with me in the other anime events, and then this anime event didn't have Mario Kart in there, so I was like, what am I going to talk to them, I could have said hi or something, but I was still feeling kind of awkward. And then also I met another group of people that we had a friend in common. And that friend in common actually talked to me about the event. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try to go there and everything. But then once I was there, that friend in common was not there. So I was like, wait, is she not coming? And then I saw those people. So I kind of talked to them very quickly of like, hey, is that friend of ours not coming? And then, oh no, she's not coming and everything. But then I also didn't have anything to talk to them, right, in that moment. So I kind of said hi and then I kind of left. So it was kind of weird, for me to interact with the familiar faces in that event. Especially because there wasn't my biggest distraction ever, which was video games, especially Mario Kart. Because Mario Kart was what was connecting me to those people, basically. So I'm not feeling too excited about those events anymore. There will be one by the end of this month, but I'm probably not going to go to it. And I also realized that most people I end up meeting in those places are kinda... they don't have a lot in common with me, per se. Although, of course, there is always something new to find. For example, the Quidditch people. So let's see how is that going to be like, right? But otherwise, the anime event itself... Oh, you know what was the best about it, though? Going to the location where it was. Because it was in a museum in here in my city that I normally don't go to it because I used to think it was dangerous. And then in that weekend, or maybe I should say this weekend, I ended up going there both on Sunday and on Monday because Monday was a holiday, right? I went there on Monday because I was heading to the shopping mall, but the shopping mall only opened later than normal thanks to the holiday. And then I was like, oh yeah, it opens later today because it is the holiday. So as I didn't have anywhere else to go, I returned there. And then to my surprise, it was feeling lively, full of people, and it has a lot of space as well. And in that space, people like to ride bikes, they ride longboards and skates, they also ride rollerblades, they play soccer, they play volleyball, and they play Quidditch, right? Because that's where I played Quidditch, and then these people, they normally train there too when they don't train in the university or at the beach. So I was like, you know what? I will return here more times because I did feel great, and then this place also has some Poke stops to play Pokemon Go. Not many, but a couple ones. It's close by the shopping mall. X5, thank you so much for the raid, man. What's up? What were you playing as well? Sometimes you start playing some random things too. What were you playing tonight? But thank you so much, man. And then Subaru, going there to that place, realizing that it's safer than what I used to think, I also came up with the idea, and to this one dream now, that I wanna start... do you say like walking or riding? Maybe it is riding, right? Rollerblades. Or rollerblades, actually. So I will work out on those plans, or like I will make that to come true because I want to start riding rollerblades, right? It is something that I used to think before, or like it was an old idea of mine. I used to ride rollerblades only as a kid. And now I found the perfect spot to do that. Not only it's going to be another activity to my plans of like improving my physical activity this year, which has been a year that I'm focusing on doing that a lot. Oh, you were playing some Minecraft, man? In a Realm server with some VTuber friends, there we go. How was it? I have never played Minecraft in my life. I'm not sure why though, because I do sympathize with the game, but it's always it feels to me that I don't know, it doesn't have enough to convince me to play it, but at the same time I don't hate it. Maybe I just need a push, you know? Like, hey, Alan, try this. And then once I have this push, maybe I will start liking the game, or at least enjoying playing it or something. Yeah, it is strange. I never could figure what blocks me from playing it, because I do sympathize with the game. I think the game has a nice idea, it looks charming as well, but I don't know what blocks me from playing it. Normally I know what blocks me from playing some games, especially for example shooters. I don't like the ultra realistic violence of it, or horror, I feel scared of it. Or I don't know, some particular RPGs, especially I don't know, The Witcher, that feels very medieval, and I don't like very medieval games in general, but there are exceptions of course. But Minecraft, I'm not sure what is there that I never felt like really trying it, even though I don't hate it, you know? You are getting resources for a hotel that they are making. I love those crazy ideas that people do work on Minecraft, especially the one that's based on real world, like they are trying to rebuild the world in Minecraft universe. And people are very ambitious on those ideas, right? I have never played Minecraft, yes, and I have read books of Minecraft at some point too. I actually won one of those books from like this one raffle that happened on Twitter like years ago when I was in my readers phase, right? So I used to also join some book raffles, and then I won this one Minecraft one that was autographed by the YouTuber. By the way, random and you know off topic, what's going on in Brazil that YouTubers are getting sticker collections or like sticker albums? Are sticker albums somewhat popular in their X5? I think they are, right? Especially the ones for like the World Cups and the soccer games and everything. But now there is something about YouTuber sticker albums. I'm saying that because when I was walking around the city, and then they have those newspapers stores, they have ads in there of like YouTubers promoting their albums, and I have seen two already, two different YouTubers promoting their sticker albums. I'm like, what is this? This feels so different than my days, right? But it's probably because the kids today, their idols, their fans, their heroes are the YouTubers, right? So why not, instead of like selling them, I don't know, stickers of like soccer players those kids have never seen or heard before, why not sell them the stickers from the YouTubers, you know? Like, oh yeah, from that video that I have watched, I don't know, last year, I remember that video. I had a shock at first, but I understand that now. But yeah, guys, we are living the days that YouTubers also have sticker albums. That's rare, you can make a roller coaster. Did you see the trailer of Tears of the Kingdom X5? Link was riding a roller coaster there too. Probably because you are free of doing whatever you want. That could be it, without a limitation, right, to pressure me to play it. That could be it too. But I say it's funny because I used to watch YouTubers play Minecraft just for a couple years, but that happened. I had books and I even read, I think, at least one of those books. So, you know, I had some connection to the game. I just never really had the chance or that one initial push to play it. I'm not lying. Maybe it is something from this year. Maybe it's not something, let's say, that has been going on for a while. Maybe it's something completely new. But I have seen ads on the streets of my city promoting those two YouTubers' albums. One of them, actually, I knew him. It's Gato Galáctico, or like Galactic Cat, if I translate that to English. I used to watch his animations. He was one of those YouTubers that draw, right? Or draws. And then he makes animations from those drawings. I'm kind of feeling happy for him, like, holy shit, he actually, you know, got this far in life, so congrats. It's just crazy how things have changed. For football, right? Yes, for soccer and football, it's the most common one. I used to have my anime um, sticker albums too, X5. Did you used to have any anime ones? Senseiya, right? I had my Senseiya Pokemon. Do you remember the Pokemon sticker collection? Actually, I do have some other stickers on my shelf, right? Not really from the album, but some other stickers there. That could those stickers be from the album? I am not sure though. Yeah, but not from YouTubers at all. Okay, Subaru. You haven't watched any Zelda related because no Switch? Oh no, man. Not a single one from TV shows or animes? Only football? Seriously, are you like a soccer fan or football fan? I know you are a basketball fan, right? Which other sports do you really like, X5? Like the 2002 and 2006 World Cup? It's funny how you still remember which ones you got. I don't. Maybe I had the France one. When was the France World Cup? I kind of think I had the France World Cup album. It was until like 2012. That was 98. I had that one then. I had the 98 soccer album, right? I have the feeling I have been everywhere here now in this city. X5, have you heard the news still speaking about sports? X5, I have played Quidditch in real life. In the anime event I went last weekend. And not only that, I joined the group of the Quidditch team. And I maybe play more Quidditch with them. Although I was sad that today they sent a message saying that the training day changed to Saturday, not Sunday, so probably I won't be able to go there on Saturday because of Pokemon Go. But also it's just for the beginning of the month, because also next Sunday will be Mother's Day, so they're going to train on Saturday. Maybe next Saturday I can go. I need to see how is that going to be like. But anyway, X5, I may be playing Quidditch, like in real life. So let's see how will that be like, right? I was like hoping to find or to meet like a volleyball group. Life gave me Quidditch. So sure, why not? You saw that? Yeah, and then that's probably going to become something in my life. Let's see which paths, people, and everything that's going to bring to my life, right? You used to be a freak of knowing football and stuff. I never really cared that much for football. I did play football though as a kid, and to my surprise I ended up liking it more than what I thought, because my parents just wanted me to do something, I don't know, something that was like a physical activity. And as my dad likes football, my dad still plays football even today, he ended up enrolling me into the same football club, right? Even though I was still a little bit against it, because I was like, I cannot play this, I will suck and everything. But in the end, I was a very good defender. That was my position. And I ended up liking it a lot. Oh, that looks like a Psy energy. What is that, old man? Travelers. Well, I will be. Do you have a lot of time and nowhere to go? Yes, I have a lot of time and nowhere to go. Then I suggest you visit the Kandorean Temple to see Master Poa. I mean, I'm sorry if you're pronouncing that name, I don't know, differently, maybe Poi or Poi or something. But as that sounds like French, and I'm talking to X5 about the French soccer or football sticker album, I'm going to say that name in French. So it's Poa, right? Master Poa. It even sounds better like that. And just like X5 playing the Professor Layton games, if he wants to call Luke Timmy, I can call Poi into Poa, right? It's freedom of pronunciation. So I'm on my rights in here too, right? Just saying, right, X5? Oh my, you were right. You were hired. I kind of was hired because they were looking for new players, basically. But I made it very clear that I still don't see me playing anything into tournaments or professional or anything. Especially because I haven't really had like a regular game. We were just training, right, and also learning the rules. And so far, I really like to be a batter. The batter is the one that plays the dodgeball part of the game. You have a ball, and then you need to hit the other players. It feels good. Like me hitting the other players. Yes. My precious. And then you have the other roles as well in the team, right? Or like positions maybe. It was funny to know about the, I don't know the words in English though. I don't know the rule book of Quidditch in English right now on my mind, but you know the one, how is that even called? You know the golden ball, the tiny one that's super fast? That happens in the real life game, and it's a person that's running with that ball on their backs. So basically you need to find a way to corner that person and catch that from their backs. So it's kind of crazy, right? It is harder than what it sounds actually, because the person knows how to pretty much avoid your attempts to catch that. Because when the person was explaining that to me, I was like, are you kidding me? You are going to run tired very easily. We are going to catch you up, and then we can get that ball, you know, without a problem. Once we tried, it was not that simple. Nope. But the person will totally get tired soon, right? Because it's a lot of physical activity. Like the catcher, maybe the position of the person or of the player is like the catcher, probably. I know there is a thing in there too. I played basketball and football as a kid. I never liked basketball, man. Even though I'm tall, volleyball was better to me than basketball. I cannot throw the ball, right? Neither handball. And then sadly, Quidditch is a mix of dodgeball and handball, right? The handball part of it, I will suck. But we are training, so let's see how it goes. Most of the time football, but I sucked at both sports. I was a good defender at football, but then that was it, right? I couldn't really avoid other players. I had to like pass the ball to another player that was better than me, basically. Or just kick the ball in the direction of the opponent's team. You can defend really well in basketball, you see? So probably you're a defender too. But you can't make a shot to save your life. Yeah, me neither. Oh my, you are speaking second? I'll be your BRB, gonna get some dinner. Okay, man, get some delicious food in there. Let me see what is this whole, I don't know, Kandorean Temple about, right? He performs great feats, but I will warn you, he might not let you in. What if you give me the item that's behind you? Would he let me in after that? Oh, you're not saying? Travelers with nowhere to go, this is bad. I hope they stay out of the shrine. If they anger the sea god, there is nowhere they could hide, not anywhere in Indra. Huh. But then I cannot reach it, right? And I don't have a water synergy for this, or ice. Let's try heading south first. But I have the feeling the path will be blocked. Am I really not missing anywhere else on this city? I think I'm not. Wait, is that a... No, that's a shrine, right? Give me a second. Let me check something on my phone again. Maybe that's the shrine he was talking about. The Kandorean shrine? Now we have a genie, thank goodness. It's Echo. Let's set it. The Shrine of the Sea God. I'm getting some... How is it called? I actually loved him in Final Fantasy games. Wait... Man, how was that summon called again? Welcome back, Subaru. I'm trying to remember the name of the summon in Final Fantasy games that's like a sea god. I loved him so much. He's one of my favorites. He's like the Final Fantasy Sea Dramon, right? Leviathan, that's it, yes. This is the Temple of Leviathan. Oh, that are the kids. Alright, I'm gonna throw the rope again. Just don't miss this time! What did you get, Subaru? Were you getting some food or something? Oh no, you missed again! Sorry, Tavi, I can't do it. I thought I got lucky when that wave carried me up here. What are you, crazy? It knocked you stupid for a good 10 minutes. Yeah, just find some way to get me down from here. Fine, just don't jump down or do anything dumb, okay? Oh, you got some peanuts. Ooh. Sweet or salty? Probably salty, right? The salty one? Did you get the Mandorato peanuts by any chance? Because that's the best in my opinion. Yeah, Mandorato peanuts are the best. It brings me... Man, Mandorato peanuts, which is like a brand from Brazil by the way, it brings me so many memories from when I used to go to video game rental stores to play Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo in them, right? As it was like the snack I could be eating if I start feeling hungry at those places. Oh, you don't know the brand of it? Don't you know Mandorato though? Mandorato is delicious. Oh, I can't make this jump? What a good bass line on this song. So, I just talked about music and then I remember this situation that happened to me and my Pokemon Go friend. I have a very different music taste, right? If you follow my music or my songs, like the songs I listen to or that I share on the Jukebox channel on Discord, you might notice that what I listen to is something that nobody else listens to, right? And I kinda talked to this one Pokemon Go friend about some of my musical preferences, and I love this one style called Dream Pop, which is a mix of many things, but it has like a very nostalgic sounding to it, and it has synths. It has it has like atmospheric instrumentals. The vocals can be very hard to tell them or to differ them. Sometimes, like it's not like a must, but sometimes the vocals are like, you know, enchanting and not really very clear vocals that get easily heard. Sometimes no, they are very fuzzy, or like, I'm not sure if I'm using the right word, but maybe foggy, you know, they are very ambient like. So anyway, I love Dream Pop, and I have my playlist of Dream Pop, so I was sharing that with a friend. And it's so funny that this friend shared with me like his music taste, and it was like a lot of 2000s electronic songs. And I was like, holy shit, this friend of mine lives in 220 volts, right? Because he's like electrified all day. It's so different than my music taste. But I did end up liking some of the songs I heard, especially some classics that I haven't heard in forever. But yes, I also felt a little bit bad because I was like, man, the playlist I sent you has nothing to do with the playlist you sent me. But he said that he liked my playlist, but he felt that the songs were very close to each other. So after a couple songs, he kind of got tired of the songs, right? Which made sense, and I don't see that as a bad thing, because it means that I filtered my songs in a good way, as they are all like sounding like the same, so they fit the dream pop genre, right? So I somewhat did a good collection of those songs. But I did get what he meant by that. But yeah, it's like nobody knows what's dream pop, or like, you know, it's so different than what people normally listen to. If I were posting some gospel songs and funk, probably Brazilian funk, right? At the same time, then I would think that was weird and strange. Honestly, somewhere there are people that can like both. Yeah. But it made me sad. For example, this one friend, most of the songs in his playlist were somewhat commercial songs, you know, songs that you listen in a TV show or in a soap opera, or I don't know, in the radio. I was missing some songs that I would be like, man, I have never heard of this before, and this surprises me. So I feel bad when I see that some people, they don't expand their musical taste into something more personal. It's like, or it feels like some people are lazy to go after songs that could get to their taste. They just accept what comes to them, and then of course they filter what they like and what they don't. And yeah, I felt bad because most songs in there were songs that I have either heard before a little, or I know the artist. You know, I've, of course, one or another song did surprise me, but most songs were very, let's say, commercial songs or popular songs in a way, right? Not saying that there is something wrong about liking popular songs, of course not. Everyone has their own taste, but I wish I could have been more surprised by like, oh my god, this person actually has some, you know, different personality taste on songs than, I don't know, most people, or, you know, normal people out there. Just like I was saying, like what I listen to, nobody knows what I listen to. I don't know most of radio songs today because I'm not listening to that. And it's just because I don't like that song, right? Or those songs. If the radios were playing the songs I liked, I would listen to them, but Ah, you scared me! I thought you were one of the grown-ups from Daila, so who are you? Look, I'm kinda busy trying to help my pal Tevi right now, okay? Do you need some help too? I can't find anything around here that will help get him down from there. So are you staying by that fire torch? Okay, so let's talk about this one place, right? First of all, I'm surprised there are no random encounters. How am I going to level up without fights? Second of all, I'm not sure what I need to do because this puzzle makes no sense to me. Like, why would I need fire? Because that's where... what was his name again? It's Taki and Ricky. That's where Ricky is at right now, like next to a fire torch. Why would I need fire? That makes zero sense to me. Oh no, you got hiccups, man? My advice is for you to hold your breath, right? Yeah, hold your breath for a while, see if it stops. Or try drinking some water too. Oh, it's Tevi, not Teki, the name of the kid. Huh, interesting. Why am I getting stuck at the first puzzle of this game? Can I... wait a minute. Yeah, I don't think I can move this. Wait, but I also have Whirlwind, right? Yeah, there is nothing in here, but that torch. And this bridge, but even if I don't know if this bridge breaks, there isn't anything down there either, right? Everybody was asking for me to help these kids. So this gotta be the progression path. I now think the adults from this city, how is it called again? Daila, right? Yeah, the adults from Daila are dumb, like... Which places are close by the city? That place right there. So how couldn't somebody go there check if the kids were there? The kids are there. And it's not a very far away place, right? There we go, you did it. How did you end your hiccups? Normally I hold my breath in order to end it. That's how RPG adults are like? Yeah, right. The first place you could think of, where are the kids if they're not in the city? Of course they are in the shrine that's like next corner. I wanna talk to this old man again. I found the kids, can you help me out? Oh, now he's aiding me. Huh. Yes, I went there. I mean, not. No, never mind. Maybe that's not the temple he's talking about. That was the Sea God Temple. Oh, so you do hold your breath, right? Yes, I think that's the best way to stop some hiccups. But sometimes drinking water helps too. That reminds me that these last weeks I was kinda enjoying or like not losing the opportunity of buying or ordering some offers from Burger King. And even though normally I never buy the combos like the fries, the burger, and the soda, for the past weeks I was getting the combos because they were giving you enough points for their rewards app to redeem another sandwich or another burger. So I was like, okay, if this is giving me a free sandwich or a free burger, sure, I will order the combo. And because of that, I was drinking soda, let's say, every time I was stopping by Burger King. I think I went there 2 or 3 times for that. And man, I need to stop drinking soda now, right? And I'm already like doing it also because those offers in Burger King are over. And then the two things I was going to talk about that regarding the situation here. The first is that every first gulp that I take from soda makes me hiccup just once for some reason. It's so weird. It's just the first gulp, and then I have a hiccup if I'm drinking soda. And the second is that my teeth maybe it got sensitive or something. It felt different because I was drinking that amount of soda these days. It felt like it was getting sugary. And it's funny because maybe I got my teeth so used to not drink soda that I felt my teeth different or uncomfortable because I was drinking soda, you know? So now I need to go under some soda detox again. But I'm not gonna say that I regret it. Of course I liked drinking some soda again. And of course enjoying the offers to get extra sandwiches or burgers for free. But now that's over. I'm stopping soda again unless there is like, I don't know, a situation that I have no choice, I gotta drink soda, right? No, it was the regular soda, man, like Fanta, Guarana, lime soda. Those are the ones I drink. I don't drink Coke. I don't like Coke that much. I can drink it if there is no other option, but if I have options, I'd never go for Coke. I prefer Fanta, grape Fanta, orange Fanta, lime soda, or Guarana, which is my favorite. What is south from there? Oh, that's the temple, right? Kandorean Temple? Let's see if we can reach it first, and then maybe after that we can go rescue the kids in the Sea God Temple. or Leviathan Temple. What is that down there? A crazy mountain? Is that a spiral mine? Wait, is spiral mountain from Banjo-Kazooie? Speaking of Banjo-Kazooie, I did like this week's free games from Epic. Horizon Chase is like a Top Gear's spiritual successor, so it's a good game. It's funny that it was the first time, so far at least, in Epic's giveaways, that they released or actually gave away the same game for the third time ever. So yeah, if you haven't gotten that game yet, definitely get it. Then they gave away a free-to-play game, right? So that kinda doesn't count that much, as it's going to be free, I think, forever. And Cow the Kangaroo. Yes, I was happy that it is a platformer that I kinda wanna play or try it at some point. I never played the Cow the Kangaroo game before. Oh, I can actually check this out. What is this? Dehkan Plateau? Or maybe Dehkan? I think it is Dehkan, right? But I don't know if I should be checking this out now. Oh, actually there is nowhere to go. Oh, never mind, there is. Look at these stairs, right? The hidden stairs. I love how I almost said stars. English is not very good today. It's also because I'm very tired. But it was like either I stream today or I probably won't be streaming anytime soon, right? This doesn't look like safe. It is not safe. Yeah, the invisible stairs are back, right? They just had a different look this time. By the way, Subaru, I just remembered this. Oh yeah, I mean, I won't be streaming for too long. But let me check on something. I wanna know, yeah, which time or on which hour is this TV show going to be aired tonight here in Brazil? I think it's going to be late, right? Oh, it is at 11 p.m? Okay, so it is in 40 minutes. I do wanna watch this tonight. There is this one TV show in Brazil that's returning after many years. That is like a crime investigation TV show, right? Have you heard of it, Subaru, that Linha Direta is returning? I am kinda curious to watch it this time, because when it was aired in the past, I used to be scared of it. But this time I kinda wanna watch it, right? And it talks about polemic cases and unsolved crime cases too. Some people can even try helping to solve the case if they have any information. I do wanna watch it this time, and it's going to be returning tonight. And then I also should say that regarding my weekdays to stream, Tuesdays are like hard for me to be streaming. I mean, I'm kind of not streaming that much at all, but especially on Tuesdays, because not only I have Pilates, and then as I'm already out, I kind of try to stay out for longer, either going to the park or to the museum or playing Pokemon Go or all of that together. And then at 6 p.m. there is a Pokemon Go event every Tuesday that I normally try to play it. It goes from 6 to 7 p.m. And then I walk back home, so I kind of get home at 8 p.m. or something, and probably tired after the whole day. So yeah, and then also, oh, that cracks. We got an elixir, nice. Everything cracks in this game now. And also during the night, there is now MasterChef Brazil that was starting this week too, right? I think they were only waiting for Big Brother Brazil to end, the TV show that I was following before, to start MasterChef Brazil. And I gotta tell ya, MasterChef Brazil had a very good first episode. Like, it is the 10th anniversary of the show, or the 10th edition of the show, and it sounds like they're going to pretty much have a throwback to the previous seasons and, you know, come back with some ideas and dishes, and also challenges, right? There we go, that's the word. And also some previous challenges from the previous seasons. So it was kind of nostalgic, and it had a very good old vibes from the first seasons that were the best seasons of the show, right? So thanks to all of that, like Pokemon Go events, Pilates, I'm being outside for longer, not returning home soon, and then returning home tired, plus MasterChef at 10 p.m., I think that hardly I'll be streaming on Tuesdays. It's still possible, but it's probably not happening that often, right? Sabri's saying that he doesn't watch Open TV normally. Me neither, man, but MasterChef Brazil, I always watch it. Then Big Brother Brazil, I also like it because it kind of empties my mind, right? It's a trash show, I admit it, but I kind of like to not have anything serious to be thinking as well, and it works for that. And then now this show, I'm curious because in the past years I have been watching more crime investigation series, especially documentaries. So why not watch the one about some Brazilian cases? And it's going to be aired today. And then also sometimes I watch the news, right? Especially the local news. As I also have been waking up early, I'm also kind of checking the early TV shows on the TV, but they are not as good. Besides this one day that I cried in an interview, Sabri will know the TV host, Ana Maria Braga, right? She was interviewing a reporter, or like a newscast. Newscast is, I hope that's the correct word. I'm not sure. Is reporter correct? I think it is. I'm not sure either. But she was, let's say, interviewing a friend, and this friend of hers has gotten or developed Parkinson, right? And she was talking about that disease, and they were both getting very emotional in that interview, so it kind of got to me a lot. It was a very beautiful interview. By beautiful, I mean like full of emotions and heart, right? Heartfelt interview. It's funny that right now in this game, like returning to Golden Sun, the Lost Stage, right? It's funny how it was a while since I last felt what I'm feeling right now in this playthrough. I think it was when I was getting to Lumpa for the first time that I was like, where do I go? I can go anywhere I want. There are so many cities to visit. I remember feeling lost on like, where is my next destination, and then everywhere I stopped by there was a new mission for me to do, right? I'm feeling like that now because I'm going to so many different places without knowing exactly where to go first. So it feels like the game has opened its possibilities, right? Maybe there is a correct order and then I will get stuck eventually. But I'm feeling like the game is like very open right now. And then in the past streams of Golden Sun 1, it turned very linear. They were like, oh yes, visit this city, but then you gotta go to the next city. Just like, I don't know, in a Pokemon game that you need to be visiting city by city. And then now it's kinda back to this, you know, here's a lot of cities to go and places to go, choose where you're going. Because I'm very lost, I don't know where should I start solving the puzzles, basically. Probably it's not in here, I think. Nobody told me to come here to this plateau, but here's where I am because it seems that I can get farther in. Somebody's saying it's feeling more like as it got reset or resetted, you don't have all of those strategies to be using. That's true, and then I can't do much for the puzzles, right? I only have Move, Mind Read, and Whirlwind, basically. Jenna has nothing. As expected, she's useless, right? Useless and worthless in this playthrough. No idea why she in my party. Speaking of the devil, she leveled up! You know what? Flare Wall is good, isn't it? Oh, it is an attack, okay. I was thinking for a second that maybe Flare Wall could have been compared to that one genie from the final boss fight, Flash, right? From the ability of Flash of protecting my party. There is no way to go, like, I'm going to fall regardless. Yeah, there is nowhere to go there. I think I will just leave this place. It doesn't sound like it's in here, where I need to be going next. This looks like a suspicious small forest, right? Why does the troll regains HP though? What is this about him that he cures? Felix also leveled up, good. So did Shiba. Yeah, this forest right here looks a little bit isolated. Not much, but a little bit. So maybe it could have a genie, right? Maybe not. But let's give it some attention. I like that film animation a lot. It's like a fire dragon, right? Let me do this outside of battle. There we go. Never mind, that's not a genie, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Also, he has a very good defense. Well, Jenna, go for that again. Summon the fire dragon. Yeah, that fire dragon is strong. Still speaking of movies, especially movies based off games, I believe they are working on a new Tomb Raider movie, right, Subaru? I remember watching like an YouTube shorts that was like listing some upcoming movies based on games. Oh yeah, they are working as well on a Twisted Metal movie. Twisted Metal is a game about cars getting wrecked after you hit a car on each other or on another. It's a game I have never played, but maybe some people know that franchise, Twisted Metal. They are making a movie of that too, and I think there is a trailer out already, but I haven't checked the trailer because it is not my game or like my movie, right? But I remember now. Which other movie too? I think I'm still forgetting some movies, but Tomb Raider and this one. I'm not sure, I haven't heard about that yet. Yeah, those two, but there is more as well. Not many more, but I still think I'm forgetting another movie they are working at. Fatal Fang. Twisted Metal is like a game that has cars with weapons. It is a competition in a post-apocalyptic world, and then the winner of that competition gets one of their desires or wishes granted, right? And then to whoever loses the competition, they die. Jesus. That sounds a little bit like F-Zero's plot. I don't know much about F-Zero's plots or games, because every time I tried to play them, I sucked. There we go, this is the Kandorean Temple. But I think it is kind of serious like that, like it's people with problems trying to race to get their wishes granted. Maybe they won't die in the end of the competition because otherwise some characters from F-Zero would not be in the sequels, right? But I remember being somewhat surprised by the plot of the games because it is kind of serious too. Interesting song, right? It sounds a little bit like Donkey Kong Country. Honestly, the soundtrack of this sequel is more appealing to me than the first game so far. Oh, this wall looks rather suspicious, wouldn't you say, Felix? Okay. Maybe this is where we can start this game? From that summary, the protagonist will do some sort of delivery, and then that delivery happens in this post-apocalyptic world. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get the straight up plot from the game, right? That people die and then there is the competition. But maybe that's just how it starts up, or maybe there is still the death competition. Fantastic work, Felix. Keep a watchful eye for any strange looking areas. Okay. Man, the soundtrack is very interesting of this game. It's very exotic, you know? Oh, so this is a well. This was so Xenogears, by the way. Wait, Xenogears or Chrono Cross? Chrono Cross, wasn't it? In Viper's Manor, wasn't there a passage inside of the well? That was very Chrono Cross in my opinion. Silver is comparing Twisted Metal a little bit with Mortal Kombat, because the winner doesn't have their world destroyed. The person behind the organization keeps the soul of the competitors, and then other people die during the competition, yeah. That's also why I was surprised that they were choosing that one franchise, Twisted Metal, to become a movie, right? Like, there are so many other games that could probably become a better movie, but sure. Imagine if they someday create, I don't know, a Bomberman movie, right? Or something crazy like that. I miss Reveal right now. And then that's the thing, right? Once they finally give me back Reveal, I need to re-explore everything. I forgot to talk to the guards though. I wish I could talk to them. But since I'm here already, let's talk to these guys. Although I'll miss their dialogue, right? You know what, let's go back. Regarding Chrono Cross, Subaru, since you are a big fan of the game, I heard that the Switch remastered version kinda had new endings, right? Or some sort of extra content? Have you ever checked the extra content? Have you come to see Master Poa? Yeah. The Master will see no one. Leave now and do not return. I do not understand Master Poa. If I were him, I would allow more people to enter. Instead, I must turn away the very people who would benefit from his teachings. Once the period of meditation has begun, none may enter the temple grounds. Master Poa's teachings require absolute concentration. I have the feeling this is how we learned Reveal, by the way. I was hoping to hear Master Poa speak, instead I got guard duty, how boring. Either that, or maybe Force, because we got Force from some sort of meditation training as well. You have not checked the Switch version? But you heard that the Chrono Cross port had so many problems? That's so bad, right? Because just like the Persona Portable, or maybe to say Persona 3 Portable, right, port also got many problems that X5 was telling me the other day. Oh, hello Nap Voucher, welcome. Do you remember user named Disaster Dave? I do, a little bit, that's me. It's been a while, I hope you have been doing well. I have been doing alright, I did go through some things last month, but now I'm feeling much better. But hey, what's up, man? How about you? Are you doing alright? Or have you been well? I do remember you now, actually. If I'm not mistaken, you had like some, like your stream's colors were like blue, right? Like I remember the color blue and like your profile picture and also on your channel as well. But I'm not sure how to describe like the picture that I'm having on my mind right now. But you have stopped the streaming, wasn't it? I hope to enter the temple one day. I want to learn from the master himself. I still can't believe that the older monks can levitate through meditation. If I work hard enough, maybe I'll be able to do it too, maybe. Are they teaching me how to levitate? Maybe that's what's the thing in here. Yeah, I remember that blue color. You were right, it was blue and black themed, yeah. You stopped for a long time, that is true. Life got very busy, I can understand. Yeah, I have been having trouble to like stream under a schedule, you know, and then only after I got myself more rid of schedules that I'm kind of doing a better job. Even also like starting in a Thursday like today, you know, normally I focused the most on the weekends, but then also my weekends have been busier now, so you know, let's stream when I can. If it is like at a Thursday night, then that does it. Even if it's like a shorter stream too, I used to have longer streams, but now I'm kind of streaming less. But I can totally understand that. It is very hard to stay streaming for a long period of time, and especially keeping it the same way as always, right? Because life changes, we kind of get to new activities, and then also sometimes we have moments that we just need to, I don't know, take some breaks to ourselves as well. Especially depending on what we are going through too. For example, I was going through some friendship fights that lasted the entire last year plus the beginning of this year until it finally got to a conclusion, so it kind of got all of my energy. And then I had to like recover from that and also reorganize my life and everything. But then in that process, I got to new activities, I got to new things that I'm doing that are also getting my energy, so there isn't much more for me to be streaming every day or like a lot, right? Of course, when I can, or like if I have the free time and energy, I will do it. But it's been hard, so I totally understand you. Please don't break my concentration. I'm lighter than air, floating, rising up. My mind is empty, my body is light. Now float, float. Yeah, they are totally going to teach us some levitation skills in here. I wonder where in this playthrough, like also considering the previous game, where I would be using that to solve the puzzles. I thought of a place, but I'm not certain if this would be the answer for that, right? I'm not just meditating, I'm guarding the entry as well. It is important work. But someday I will be permitted to enter the temple. Empty the mind to lighten the body. I have been fasting for days, I have got to be light enough by now. I actually kinda admire whoever has this, you know, easy way to concentrate or to get focused, because honestly, I understand as well that this takes practice, so the more you try it, the better you get, and maybe I'm just not patient enough. But I cannot meditate, you know? I wish I could, that would be like very handy when I get an anxiety or something. But I simply can't. I don't have this easy way to, concentrate that much. I kinda have other ways to relax, right? Let's check this, cutscene dialogue, and then that's going to be the end of the stream, because the TV show I was telling Subaru about some of the Brazilian crimes and stuff, I do wanna check it out, and then it's starting in 10 minutes. You there, focus your mind. Oh, poor guy, he's kinda struggling a little. But you did great, better than us that we don't know how to do that. Did you see that, master? No, no, you lack discipline. Now you. Okay. Yeah, he did great, right? How was that, master? Improving slowly. Continue your meditation. Your turn. Oh, this guy? Yeah, he's struggling too. Master, have I done it? Not bad, you might stand a chance to succeed. Also, by the way, he has a rope right there. Just like in the cave, right, with the kids. How can floating or levitating could help us with the ropes? Unless they are teaching us the Wingardium Leviosa, right? My joke from the first game regarding Menardi Leviosa. Maybe we are actually learning Wingardium Leviosa here. I can do it, master. Please just let me try. Your skills lack polish. Wait, polish actually. Polish. It may be dangerous. Do you still wish to enter? Yes, I do. I do. If you fail, you may lose more than just your pride. Somebody saying to levitate the rope, or levitating while carrying or bringing the rope to the other side. Yeah, I was thinking about levitating my body, but it seems that the rope is there, so maybe there is a puzzle with it, I do not fear death, master. So go and join the freaking Twisted Metal games or the Mortal Kombat games, right? If you do not fear death. Oh, is that so? Very well then. It is time for your trial, my son. Enter the cave and ascend. Well, there he goes. I mean, how long is this cave though? This sounds like a work, right? It's probably going to take more than 7 minutes for me to do this. You know what, guys? I think I will save this for the next stream. Let me save. But at least I think I found where I needed to go. Maybe this is a start, then with this floating ability we can solve the puzzle where the kids are trapped, right? And then maybe with that, which was in the dragon... Wait, no, not dragon, the sea god shrine, right? We can go back to Daila. Also, by the way, the name of the city is Daila. I'm now wondering if that's a reference to Dalai Lama. But probably not, right? It's just me connecting the dots in here. Yeah, that's probably not a reference to Dalai Lama, which is like a... If I'm not mistaken, he was a Buddhist? Let me Google his life a little bit. He was, right? Yeah, he was a Buddhist, yeah. It's Daila, not really Dalai, but, it's kinda close to each other, like the names. But probably it's just like a coincidence. Maybe it was not intentional, I'm thinking. But anyway, we can start connecting the dots between the areas we have visited. It's starting in here, thank goodness. And I will see how it goes for me tomorrow, because tomorrow my dad is coming here, but he's also leaving tomorrow. I just don't know which time he is going to go to the airport. If it is early, then I might have some time during the night to stream. But if he needs more of my attention and then we end up getting busier and everything, then I might not stream. For the weekend, Saturday I'll probably be busy. Sunday, it depends, but I will see how it goes. But out of the next 3 days, probably either Friday or Sunday. Let's see how those two go, right? Saturday, I hardly think I'll be streaming. But anyway, thank you so much everyone for stopping by. Thank you Subaru, thank you Nap Voucher, nice to see you again. Also thank you X5 for the raid earlier. And also for Sif, right? For like when I was starting the stream, he also stopped by. Good to see that this game is kinda with a different vibe from the first one, even though it kinda feels a little bit strange that we are back to level 5. But little by little we'll get back to everything, re-encounter our previous friends and see what awaits for us. So that's it for me. Thank you so much again, have a good night, take care, and I see you then. Goodbye.